G'day scrappers, here we are at the very busy scrapyard today. It's packed, so come to do a bit of a price check on all kinds of things. Insulated copper wire and some low-grade wire, cast aluminium, batteries, extruded aluminium, copper, buzz bars, tin plated or nickel plated, so we see how we go. Yeah, as I said, they're very busy today, scrappers everywhere. Insulated copper wire again. These two are the mid-grades. Wow, it's more low grade. Just did a bit extra. Yeah, batteries, cast aluminium. Got some extruded aluminium in here. These are kind of, can you flip them? This is low grade wire. That's it. This one with plugs. With plugs. Yeah, dirty. Okay. Yeah, we'll get to see what the prices are like today. I think everything should be still holding up well. Based on copper anyway. So this is cast aluminium. Heat sinks. It's probably mixture of cast and zinc, but I think they call it here. They call it tinted copper. So, I mean, it's nickel plated, I suppose, but yeah, they just call it tinted. So interested to see what kind of grade it comes up. Same with these heat sinks. You know, they're obviously no good for me to melt. If they were this color, it'd be okay, but because of this shininess, some kind of coating over it, they're strange. But yeah, so this will all go together. There's exactly 20 kilos there. I'm just waiting on the forklift. They're so busy, they've got scrappers everywhere. I might actually put cast aluminium in that one. It's pretty big. They're the batteries, and that come out of a UPS, and you can see it's all warped and bubbled up, but all 8 batteries are stuck together. So yeah, happy to get rid of that. Don't want that on the property, you know, just in case they pop. Yeah, they've got a lot of pressing steel there. Mountains. It looks like they've got a new, that looks like a part of a compactor or something, because I think they're going to be expanding this yard a little bit, putting more machinery in to process their regular pressing steel as bundle it up or shred it. I think they're going to shred it now to reduce the weight so they can ship out. Oh, there's a big vessel. And see that this is an interesting part of scrap yards, is like this vessel would have been sold as scrap metal and they would have, you know, bought it, but it's going to go, because it's like kind of like a container. They're not going to scrap it, they're going to send that overseas to India or somewhere, and maybe and it's actually worth a lot more than scrap metal, and so it'll be used, it'll be sold to for another use. So it's a good way to recycle things rather than just scrapping everything. Scrapper mate over there, street scrapping, and yeah, he's got a van full of scrap steel. It's all happening. But well, you know, the street scrappers are still going out scrapping, and we're actually in an extra lockdown now. They've added another 2 weeks, right? So from 1 week, it's all the way up to like almost 8 weeks, and we're actually in a heavier lockdown where we've got curfews. So at 9 p.m. everyone's got to be, you know, go back to their cells and lock themselves up. Yeah, so 9 p.m. curfew, and after today we're going to need permits again to go around doing work. So fun and games. I was just talking to a scrapper over there. He does 3 loads of scrap steel a day. That's hard work, you know. He makes himself probably over 400 bucks, but he was saying that he still goes out street scrapping, and he's just filled out the permit for himself, and he reckons there's nothing in the rules that says that we can't go. So I don't know, but I don't want to risk it. All right. Cast alloy. Whew, that's loud. All right, still got extruded aluminium to go, and batteries and the copper. It.
This is not extrusion.
Yes, it is.
Not extrusion, this is cast.
No, it's not cast. That's
Cast.
no.
It's too heavy.
It doesn't matter. It's still extruded aluminium. I brought it in last time.
No, this is cast. Too thick. Doesn't go as extruded.
I normally bring it in as extruded.
1 to 2 pieces I don't mind, but this is not. This is gonna go as a cast. That's fine. This is alright.
So what's not good?
You know the thick shit?
The thick stuff.
1 or 2 we don't mind. This is more than like this. Doesn't go as extruded.
But it's extruded. Oh, next time I'll... Alright. Oh gosh. Same thing again. I mean, it is extruded aluminium. So how do you call it something else when it is what it is? They're saying it's too thick and that it doesn't go through the machine or something. But it's still extruded aluminium, so you know, I don't, you know, obviously it's all about how they process rather than, they know it's extruded, but it doesn't go through their extruded stuff for some reason. They want mostly this thin stuff because they can bale it up. That's exactly 20 kilo. All right. Yeah, fun and games, you know. I mean, they are very big, chunky pieces, and you know, worth, you know, twice as much as almost. Well, not quite, but I think cast aluminium has actually gone up from the last time. Last time it was crazy low. It was only $1 a kilo. So I think cast has gone up a little bit. But, well, that's what we do. Oh well, at least these are batteries. You know, they'll probably call, oh no, they're not batteries, they're dirty steel or something, you know, like, I don't know. Another full truck of scrap metal. So a lot of scrappers are out there picking up scrap metal, you know, and it all adds up, you know. There's probably a couple $100 worth of scrap on there. I'm still waiting for my pallet. Ah, here we go. All right, looks like we're going to get out of here. Just got to pick up my weighbridge docket. Okay, so I'm back, and that's where I was, Manhari Recycling, and pretty good prices, Melbourne wise anyway. So it wasn't so bad. Probably the only thing that was a bit might not be right, probably got underpaid a little bit, was the burnt copper, the tinned copper that I had. So it was tin plated copper, so you know they call it either burnt or tinned. He said something else at the scrapyard, I can't remember what he said, but tinted, he said. I said, what, tinted? Yeah, I think he meant tinned. But 20 kilos that I had, it was $8 a kilo. Now that's quite a bit lower than like number 1 copper or Milbury copper. Well, can't complain. It's still $8 a kilo, still pretty good. So 160 for that one. It was only 20 kilos. I just wanted to take a little bit in because just overloaded of it at the moment. So a good one is the PVC copper wire. No plugs, minimum 43%, whatever. So I had 182 kilos, and that's $3.85 a kilo at the moment. So getting up close to that $4 record price in the last, 7 years anyway. So $3.85, can't complain with that. Those 2 bins of PVC copper wire was $700, and then I had the they call it something different every time because there was mostly data cable. They called it this time data cable. Had 79 kilos of that, and unfortunately they don't pay much for data cable, which, like, I know in America they pay more for data cable than they do for PVC. But so only $1 a kilo for data cable, so it's a big difference. So $79 there. Aluminium extruded, clean. There was a bit of that argument there. So basically they're saying that anything really, really chunky, it's not necessarily because it's not extruded aluminium. It is extruded aluminium, it's just that it doesn't go as extruded in their process. It's something about the crushing of it. So yeah, they can't bale it up like normal, so they because they don't bale up cast, so they throw it in cast instead. So but it shouldn't really be a loss for us because it's still extruded aluminium. But anyway, they let it slip this time, so I had 123 kilos of extruded aluminium, and that's $2.30 a kilo, so that's pretty awesome. So just that, it was barely, about 3/4 of a bin, $282, you know. And then the cast aluminium, well, that speaks for itself. That was easy enough. Had 163 kilos and $1.60 a kilo. Now, last time I sent cast there, they only paid me like $1 or something. I mean, their prices fluctuate a lot. They got too many different prices for different people, I suppose. So anyway, I got $1.60 this time, so that was better. 260 for that one, so that was worth it. And then the lead acid batteries, wasn't many there, but it still added up to 84 kilos. And that's 63 cents a kilo, lead acid batteries. So, you know, lead acid batteries aren't as much as they used to be here in Australia. Don't know what they're like everywhere else, but yeah, so $52 for that. So total for that little van load, $1,536. So that's the cash flow that I was looking for. So awesome. I'm really happy with that. So now, just because it's a price update, I'll give you the other prices that I got that I didn't bring in. So brass, look at that, $7.10 a kilo for brass. I mean, it was $7.10 a kilo. I got $8 a kilo for the burnt copper, so it's not much further from that. So that's strange. So I reckon I did get under paid for the burnt copper. So brass $7.10, fantastic. Electric motors $1.05 a kilo, which is really good. It's actually higher than that's been for a while. So with copper, your Milbury copper, that's your bright shiny copper wire, $11.30 a kilo, awesome. And candy, number one copper, usually copper pipe and chunks of copper, $11.10. So that's traditionally the difference between Milbury and candy is only about 20 cents a kilo here in Australia, and burnt should only be about another 40 cents less than that. So burnt should still be around $10.50. So I got underpriced for that. But anyway, it doesn't matter, you know, you win some, you lose some, you know, that's just how it goes. So stainless steel is an interesting one. It's gone back up. Stainless steel went down quite a bit, and now it's $1.90 a kilo. Maybe they just, they're not getting enough of it, and so they want to encourage scrappers to bring it in. Lead on its own, clean lead, $2 a kilo. That's pretty darn good too. And then you got your aluminium that I didn't have there was the domestic aluminium, so your pots and pans and regular pieces of aluminium, $1.50 a kilo. So that's pretty good. And what was the cast? The cast was $1.60 a kilo. So yeah, that's still pretty good. And irony alley is 55 cents a kilo. So it's not bad. Pretty good. Steel, well, pressing steel, it's $250 a ton. So all your, you know, your rubbish steel. Now it's actually $280 a ton, but they do have a levy at this place at Manhari, so it probably still works out to $250 a ton, and most scrapyards paying that or should be paying. High grade steel in size, $430 a ton, which is really good. So that's your chunky steel, and not too big. And then your oversized high grade steel or heavy duty steel is $380 a ton for those that are interested in the actual, just the steel prices alone. So there you go. So, oh well, not a bad payout. $1,536 for the day. So, well, I say the day, but obviously it takes a longer than a day to accumulate it. So that's it, guys. I'm going to continue on scrapping here, and as you can see, we're getting lower and lower in the garage, and just every day I'm doing as much as I can just to get rid of a whole heap of things. The one thing that I've got, all these Sony old school CRT monitors. They're like surveillance monitors and stuff. Don't know, it might be too dark in here to see, but these are really popular with gamers, really old school gamers, the old funny games, you know, before Pac-Man and all that. They love using these. So, but I picked up a whole lot of them, and from another recycler, because someone said they wanted them. They never got back to me. So yeah, so if anyone knows of anyone that are interested in these Sonys, some of them do have screen burn from being surveillance cameras. They were actually in a television studio in one of those vans, the old television vans, and that's where they came from. But yeah, everything's looking awesome, and I can't wait to finally get this, turn it into like a clean open space, and yeah, start finding all my other bits that I've got buried around there. So all right guys, well, it's been a beautiful day, so I'm going to continue on here, do a little bit of scrapping, and then yeah, so look after yourselves and have fun, and hopefully one day here we're out of this lockdown. But yeah, it doesn't look like I'm going to get to do street scrapping for probably a month now. So oh well guys, catch you next time.